we are doing a series of stretch exercise for the entire body that is good for kayakers. So first we will stretch the legs and the hips. Then we'll do some full stretch of the entire back or the entire side. And then we will do some stretch of the arms, the wrists, the shoulders, and finish with a stretch of the entire front body. So what's important before we start? So if you want the stretching to work, you should be giving like oxygen to your muscle and being relaxed. So we don't want to tense anything. We just want to gain flexibility. So wear something comfortable. Make sure you will not be too cold. And as for the duration of each stretch, I like to take it for about 1 minute. I try to make long, deep breathing cycles. I try to be about 10 seconds for the complete inhalation, exhalation. If you can't right now, right today, breathe that slow and deep and relaxed, just breathe as slow as you can, and don't try to push your breath or to hold it, or just try to have it continuous and smooth, as slow and relaxed as it gets for you today. All right, so let's start first with the adductor muscle. So this is those muscles here inside the legs. Okay. So what we will do, you see, we sit with open legs. It's always important to keep our back straight. And now we will lean gently forward, taking our time, and feel the stretch on the adductor muscles here. It's important, you don't want to touch the mat with your head by rounding your back. You want to keep your back straight and never try to aim to touch the ground if you are fairly flexible today with your chest. Alright, so let's take our time, about 1 minute. Long, continuous breathing in and out. Give oxygen to your muscle, give yourself time to feel your sensation, be aware what's tense, what's not tense. All right. So it should not be painful. You should feel that you are stretching, but not that you are about to collapse. And with every time you take a breath out, try to go a little bit deeper in stretch. And gently come back. Okay, so how we stretch the back of the legs, the hamstring. So for this, we'll do the stretch one leg after the other. I will start with the left leg now. So I have my left leg straight, like this. And I bend behind my back. The right leg, like this. The foot is like flexed, relaxed. And I should feel the stretch below my hamstring, on the back of the leg. Alright, so what do we want to pay special attention to? Okay, so you want to make the stretch deeper by bringing the top of your foot towards you and bringing your chest towards your foot. And then again, breathe. So you shouldn't have any tension or contraction in your muscle. You really want your muscle to be relaxed and gain in flexibility. This is why we are here right now. You can also pay attention to the rest of your body. So first make sure you feel the stretch where we are aiming for, and then make sure that no other part of your body is over contracting, for example your face or your neck, I don't know. Try to be aware of your own body. Alright, and now we go on the other side, do the right leg. So right leg is now ahead of us. Left leg bended on the back. And again we feel the stretch on the back of our leg in the hamstring. And we make it bigger by having the foot towards us and leaning on our leg with the back straight as usual. Voila, and we breathe. Alright. Okay, so next. Quite a bit, I have a list. Okay, so now we'll stretch our buttock muscle. So for this I have one leg again straight ahead of me. I cross the other one above on the other side. And then I will stretch so the leg which is crossed by bringing the leg closer to my chest, staying straight as usual. And I can make the stretch deeper and make sure I really feel the stretch on the side here by turning like this. Alright, and now the other side. So we stretch the right side now. And again adjust the position to feel a nice stretch where you want. So we want to feel a stretch here. Alright, so our next exercise is now for the hips. We'll take care of the psoas. So we are in this position and we are stretching here the front of the hips, the psoas. We can make the stretch deeper by pushing the hips forward with our hands on the back like this. And we can change to stretch now the left side. All right. So between each position, takes the time to relax, counterbalance a bit. Don't rush or jump from one place to the other. And we have one last thing we want to take care of for our legs today. It's the quadriceps. So it's the front here. So that's why we want to stretch. So for this we hold our foot with our hands on the side we want to stretch. We make sure that we are straight. We don't want to be too much forward with our upper body. And then we send our bended knee down and move our hips forward to have a deeper stretch. And again, we breathe in the position. Change. All right. So that was for the legs. Now we do some lateral stretch. So for this we can help ourselves with a paddle or something like this. So we stand on our feet. We want the shoulder and the hips to be in the same plane, no rotation here. And what we do, we lift our arm on the side, and with our upper hand we push up so that we feel a long stretch on the entire side of the body. And we breathe. to the middle with this other side. Alright. Now we'll stretch the back. So for this, we use again a support. And we will bend forward, so it's important to keep the back straight, elongated. And you will make the stretch by sending your ass back and your chest down, keeping the back straight. And again, we breathe in the position. So you feel a stretch on the back of your leg and on your back also. Alright, and here I have a little variation I like about stretching the back. So it's to open your upper back if you have a tendency to round your shoulder. Yeah. So what you can do for this is that you take your hands behind your neck, crossed. You sit on your knees, fairly wide, and then you just lean forward. And stay in this position so you feel the stretch on the back of your shoulder. It's opening. And back. Okay, so now it's time to stretch our arms, upper body. So we will start with the trapeze here. So for this, if you want to stretch the right side, you take your right hand behind your back, you hold it with the left hand, and then you will send the right elbow down and the head to the left. Be very careful, that's a stretch you really don't want to push. Like you never want to overstretch, but this one in particular. So feel a stretch and breathe. Alright, then come back to the middle, and we do the other side when we are ready. Now we do the triceps, the long muscle. For this, take your arm up and bend it behind your back. Adjust with the other arm like this so that you feel a nice stretch here. And the other side. So you will notice some are really easy. You feel you have some muscles that are longer, more flexible than others. Some stretch, it's difficult to feel the stretch at all. So it's a nice reduced exercise to take the time once in a while to repeat them and get more awareness, more flexibility. It's not that in one time you will nail it, that's not the idea. The idea is more to take time for it regularly and feel a progression and get more awareness of your different muscles. That helps you for kayaking, but not only. Alright, so now we'll do our forearms. So we want to stretch them in both directions, like flex and extension. Okay, so first we are on all four like this, and we switch to have the fingers looking towards our knees. And we are now stretching our forearms. You can make the stretch deeper if you need, if you want, by leaning a bit more backwards. Alright, so we come back. And now we stretch the other direction. So for this, we close one hand, we flex it, and we deepen the flex with the other hand. Alright, time to change hands. So we close the other hand, flex it, and flex it more gently with the help of the other arm. So sit straight, breathe nicely. Alright. So now we can stretch our biceps and the pectorals. So for this, it's nice to use a ball or a tree. Take your hand as high as your shoulder about, and be along the wall. I like to do it this way and not this way, because in this option you see I'm still stretching what we just did, which is my forearm flex. So if you stay along the wall and you just correct by tilting your chest and your head, then you really have a stretch that goes all the way in your biceps and your pectorals, which is what we are stretching right now. Alright, so we change the direction, do the other arm, and same story, be along the wall, and gently stretch. Alright, so yeah, there is just one more I have on my list for today. It's actually my favorite one, it's good to finish with it. So what we want to stretch now is a global stretch of our entire front chain. So we want to stretch our abdominals and everything from the foot to the head. So for this, we just lie on our back and using some extra pillow, yoga ball. You can use your kayak, you can use a friend, I don't know. Just lie like this until a nice stretch on your whole front body. And this is where we will finish for today. Breathe in it. Alright, and as usual, when you get up again, or when you change position, do it in a gentle way for your body. Don't pull yourself apart. Thank you!